don't silo your marketing activities. One of the mistakes I often see people make with their marketing is that they don't join everything up. They do everything as standalone things. So they've got social media over here, their email marketing over here, then their products and services are down here, and sales is a completely different thing. And that's such a mistake. Everything you should be doing should be joined up and working together. Your marketing and sales shouldn't be different things. The point of your marketing should be to get people to be interested in your products and services, and then eventually some of those people will buy from you. So the way I like to think of it is if you think about Disney. Now, a lot of people, when they think about Disney, they think about the movies, but actually the movies that Disney make don't really make them that much money. They have a huge cost. There's a lot of staff working on those films, and they don't actually make a lot of money from the box office. Where they do make their money is from the experiences, so the parks and the resorts and the cruises, and from their streaming services, so from Disney Plus and the advertising revenue that they get off the back of their other streaming services. And the reason that they make the films is because if they didn't make films, then people would not subscribe to their streaming service. They would cancel their subscriptions because there would be no new content on there. People would lose interest in the parks and resorts, or less people would go to the parks and resorts because they wouldn't have that extra motivation to go. People go to the parks and resorts because they want to meet their favourite characters. They want to engage with their favourite characters. They might have seen that there's a new ride or a new area within a theme park that is based on their favourite film. So the films are the content. The films are the things that get people to actually engage with the stuff that makes Disney money. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go out and make a load of expensive films to try and get people interested in your products or services, but what you should be doing is making high quality content. So that might be articles, white papers, books, courses, videos, any content that is going to be useful or interesting or valuable to your ideal clients. And then that content should then link in some way into your products or services, so that you are getting people attracted to you that are likely to buy from you. And if you think about what Disney does with its content once it's made, it doesn't just make a movie and then put it out there and hope that people go to the cinema to watch it. It breaks it down into chunks. So you have trailers for the films. They put trailers for films on their channel. So if you're watching one Disney movie, it then advertises another Disney movie. They also break it into chunks. So the songs get released. You hear the songs on the radio. You see the merchandise, so the costumes and the toys and all the things that go with that film. And then with the films that are successful, they then make sequels, or they make spin-off shows, or they do shorts. So they really don't just make a film and then hope for the best that people are going to see it. They go out of their way to promote it everywhere they can. They break it down into more manageable chunks. They get people talking about it and buying stuff that relates to it and engaging with content that relates to it, until people think, well, you know what, I know so much about this movie, I know the names of the characters, I know the words to the songs, I might as well go and watch the film. So you can do that with your content as well. So if you've created a video, you can chop it down into little small clips that you can share on your social media. If you've written a book, you can take chapters of that book and share them with your email list. If you've written an in-depth article, you could take the key points from that article and turn it into a carousel or an infographic, or you could take sections of it and share them as social media posts. So there's loads of ways that you can take a high quality piece of content and then break it down into different pieces to be used in different places, so that you can reach a wider audience, so that you can get people seeing that content in whatever form it takes and linking it all back to your main piece of content, which then links back to your experiences, your parks and resorts, or your products or services. So when you are approaching your marketing, think like Disney. Think of it all joined up. Everything should fit together, everything should link together, not just doing something over here and something over there and hoping that it'll all link up somehow on its own. Really be purposeful about how you are creating your marketing assets so that they do link together and so that they do lead to more sales. Because if you're just doing things here, there and everywhere without really having a plan of how they're going to link together, you're less likely to get results, or the results that you do get are going to be more inconsistent and haphazard. So be more Disney with your content. Really think about creating high quality pieces of content that you can then break up and share in different places without having to do loads of extra work, and then how those bigger pieces of content can link into your products or services. Some of them you can give away for free, some of them you can give away in exchange for an email address, and some of them you might even charge a low price for. So a book, for example, you might have a small fee attached to that. But really thinking about these good quality value pieces that are going to attract your audience in and then get them closer to buying those products or services for you. If you like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or sign up for my weekly email at makeyourcopycount.com.